Sabi ko, gugulatin kita ng konti. Kita niya? Kita niya? DOJ spokesperson, nagugulat ko? Ano ba yon? Totoo ba, Attorney Mico, na ang pinaka-tugatog ng success mo sa buhay bilang anak, bilang abogado, dating OSG, DOJ spokesperson, soon to be married, kumbaga ang talagang pinaka-highest achievement mo ay naging ka?
Saan mo naungkat yun?
So, totoo ba na yun ang tugatog ng success mo?
Yun na yun. Para siyang Grammy.
Ito na po, Luis Listens na naman tayo mga listeners at ngayon ang i-interviewin natin ay sanay sa kahit anong interview. Ang interview niya ng media ay ang kanyang breakfast, lunch, dinner, midnight snack. Pero iba ang usapan pag Luis Listens na. We have DOJ spokesperson ASEC Mico Clavano in the house. Hi, attorney.
How are you, Luis?
Welcome, welcome. So ano pakiramdam? This is somewhat different sa nakasanayan mo. I turn on the news ng 7 a.m. Chances are, ikaw ang ini-interview. Kakain lang ako sandali, ikaw ang ini-interview ko sa isang malaking kaganapan, di ba? Gabi, ikaw rin. Pagka patulog ako, article, na in-interview ka. So how does it feel na iba naman ang setting natin ngayon?
It feels good na nakangiti naman ako sa interview. Kasi lagi ako nakasimangot, dapat seryoso, di ba? So, finally.
I was gonna say, kasi si Attorney Mico nakikita ko ngayon, you have a bubbly personality. Kanina pa kami nag-uusap. So is it a conscious effort minsan na hindi ka dapat nakangiti? Because ang pinag-uusapan niyo naman talaga ay palagi mga seryoso sa DOJ.
Oh, I mean, ano siya eh, parang you have to lend yung credibility to what you're saying, syempre. Yes, correct. I like, making jokes, I like nakikipagkwentuhan lang. Pero pag seryoso din ang pinapag-usapan mo, syempre, kailangan mo i-project din yun. It's not just about what you say, it's also how you deliver it eh. So,
diba? Kasi people honestly think na, hosting or being interviewed, na especially with, ang layo ng ginagawa natin, na it's simply about talking, but there's so much more that goes on.
Yeah,
diba?
Definitely.
Eto, isa sa mga, sabi ko, gugulatin kita ng konti. Kita niya? Kita niya? DOJ spokesperson, nagugulat ko? Ano ba yon? Totoo ba, Attorney Mico, na ang pinaka-tugatog ng success mo sa buhay bilang anak, bilang abogado, dating OSG, DOJ spokesperson, soon to be married, kumbaga ang talagang pinaka-highest achievement mo ay naging candy cutie ka?
Saan mo naungkat yun? Parang 13 years old pa lang ako nun.
So, totoo ba na yun ang tugatog ng success mo?
Yun na yun. Para siyang Grammy.
Pero looking back, parang di ba sometimes kasi may mga ganun tayo, yung, paano ko nakuha to? How was I a candy cutie? So looking back, natatawa ka pa rin sa mga ganung mga
Natatawa
klase.
talaga ako kasi mukha talaga akong nene nun eh. yung hindi ka pa nag-shave.
Yung nakunan ka lang out of the blue. Ay, halika dito, candy cutie ka. Ganun lang. Sino yan? Ay, halika, picture lang kita. Makeup po? Di na, candy cutie ka. Ganun lang. Pero ito tanong ko sa'yo, you've always been, in some aspect of public service. Pero bago tayo napunta sa pagiging DOJ, you're also OSG, tapos you also ran before, di ba? Was there always that inclination nung bata ka pa? Was it a family thing na una mag-law, tapos hopefully become a public servant?
Yeah, actually, when I was grade 2, my dad would always convince me, parang mag-abogado ka na. So I guess it stuck.
Okay.
And then grade school, I ran for student council.
PRO ka ba kung di ako nagkakamali?
Yes!
See?
Galing!
Tingnan mo.
Pwede ka ng NBI.
Kita mo. Hello po, Director Santiago. Hello po.
And then high school, I was in the student council the whole time. And then in college, I put up my own NGO, which would cater to yung hindi masyadong napapansin na areas. A lot of the times kasi, the help comes to a certain concentrated area. Yung mga nakapaligid doon, hindi masyadong napapansin. So yun yung tinutugunan namin na yung mga, let's say, Cebu was heavily hit by Yolanda. But yung ibang provinces, hindi din. So doon kami tumutulong. And what we would do is, yung voluntourism, it's like, pupunta ka doon as a tourist, half the itinerary would be dedicated to that, but the other half would be for voluntourism naman. So parang, parang half and half. So
that was why
you
get to enjoy and you get to give back. Saan mo nakuha yun? Like for example, that idea, was it something you witnessed? Or did someone else give you that idea?
Parang feeling ko, ano siya, it was a bit of both of my personalities na I like to travel, but at the same time, I also like yung helping out the needy, helping out the less fortunate. So parang pinagsama ko yung dalawa, and I feel like a lot of people kind of ano with that parang
It resonated sa
it resonated with other people as well. So parang marami kaming nakuhang yung kagaya naming mga bata that who just wanted to travel and experience yung the tourist spots in our country, but at the same time wanted to help out along the way. So
sabi mo nga grade 2 pa lang, na kumbaga you already had that voice na become a lawyer, etc. etc. Ngayon, in an alternate universe, kung wala kang kinalaman sa kahit anong law, ano kaya ang ginagawa mo ngayon? Not a public servant, ikaw ba magdo-doktor ka o hindi kaya magpupulis, magbubumbero, ano?
baka basketball player.
Balitaan ko rin na si Atty. Mico, basketball player. Yun ang feeling mo. Sino pinakamalupit na basketball player para sa iyo?
Para sa akin, ano pa rin, Michael Jordan pa rin.
Jordan pa rin.
Yun pa rin ang GOAT ko.
O sige, o yun. Ongoing debate ni Michael Jordan versus LeBron. Ano argument mo? Ako, Jordan ako. O ikaw.
Yeah.
So,
Ako kasi parang he was the one that transformed the game the most. Yung sa shorts pa lang, di ba dati, maikli, and then he was the one that transformed yung style into yung baggy na ano, and then yung NBA hindi pa masyadong sikat noon, siya talaga yung nagpasikat ng NBA, and then I guess his style of play talagang iba
ako
talaga.
siguro, ang nakikita ko between that argument, Jordan din naman ako. Ang argument ko naman doon is, one, is LeBron is the perfect physical specimen. Si LeBron, pag rumatrat sa'yo yan, you have to get out of the way. Kung hindi, babagsak ka. Diba? Tumba ka. O hindi kaya, baka huling laro mo na yun. But si Jordan kasi, he wasn't exactly the most gifted, diba, athlete. He was okay. He was lean. Pero nagagawa niya lahat ng nagagawa niya. So it means, kumbaga, iba din yung skill niya. And safe assumption na medyo mas physical ba, diba? The Detroit Pistons na basagan talaga ng mukha dati compared sa laro ngayon. But not taking anything away from the greatness ni LeBron. Sobrang galing din talaga.
Oh, yung longevity niya, just the fact that he's playing at 39 years old, iba kung ano rin yun.
On
That's
that
a different
level,
art.
Olympics pa. Ay, nako, attorney. Ayan na naman tayo. Usapang basketball tayo. Hindi ko lang sinasabi sa'yo. Hindi ko lang sinasabi sa'yo kung gaano ako kalupit kasi nalinya lang ako sa mga hosting, nalinya ako sa konting martial arts, Muay Thai, mga ganyan. Nandito ka ba nung pumunta si Stephen Curry? Nandito, nanood ka ba nung game niya?
Hindi ako nakapanood eh.
Kasi wala siya sa mood. Wala siya sa mood. Kasi yung kinagabihan, nagkita kami ni Stephen Curry. Sabi ko ganito, Curry, mag-1 na naman tayo. Sabi ko, Luis Manzano lang naman to eh. Laro tayo hanggang 21.
Okay.
21, 20 ka na.
Wow.
20 ka na.
Okay.
Makaisa ka lang panalo ka na. Bola pa niya.
Bola pa niya.
Attorney, talo pa rin. Nakakahiya. Di namin pwede ipalabas yung... May footage. Di ko pwede ipalabas yung footage.
Kaya pala. Hanggang ngayon, medyo demoralized pa din.
Kaya kita medyo nagbago yung laro niya ng konti. Nagbago ng konti. Ayoko na magsalita. Nag-NDA kami because of that. Okay, so hanggang doon na lang yun. Hanggang doon na lang. Pero nung nag-start ka na, attorney, working with the government talaga. Okay? Parang para sa akin kasi, pag galing ka sa private practice and then you're thrusted into the crazy world, diba, of government, were you shocked or were you expecting it na kung papaano?
Well, I take it one day at a time. Sa DOJ lalo, parang there's no 2 days na parehas eh. There's always something that will pop up. Kahit may schedule ka, hindi talaga masusunod eh. Kasi talagang everything that we do is urgent. Everything that we do is time is of the essence. Pero nung OSG ako, it was a nice mix kasi para siyang law firm pero government na rin siya. So I got the best of both worlds in that setting. And then I ran for Congress.
Yeah, party list.
Unfortunately didn't make it, but ended up in a very good position sa awa ng Diyos. No? And I think that I have the Secretary of Justice to thank for that because he saw something in me, which I personally, honestly didn't even see myself. So within 5 minutes or 10 minutes of our first conversation, sinabi niya sa akin, alam ko na gagawin ko sa'yo. So ako naman, I was like, okay. Alam mo na pala. So, but it was...
In a different setting, that doesn't sound too good. Pag nakita ka ng boss mo, in a different setting, pag nakita kayo dalawa lang, alam ko na ang gagawin ko sa iyo. With proper and respectful credit sa galing mo, sa talino mo, do you think it's an advantage if your lawyer is a bit on the good-looking side? Do you think so? With proper respect and credit sa galing mo, sa lahat ng nagawa mo.
It's hard to say actually kasi there are other lawyers na talagang when they talk, may presence pa rin. Alam mo yun, and that's kind of what I want to emulate. Yung parang even the modulation of your voice,
It's an art, ah.
It's an art.
Oh,
It's an art. Yeah. The way you capture their attention right from the start.
Kamay mo.
Yeah, yung kamay mo, ganon. So yeah, I mean, of course, the aesthetics will always help. Pero I think at the end of the day, it's still the substance that matters.
Sabi mo nga, every day there's something new.
Yeah.
And it could be a great thing or it could be a bad thing that happens. Na kumbaga, one is in your office, nalaman mo, justice is served. The other side of the coin is may dumarating sa'yo ng mga kaso na parang, wow, how did this happen? Yung mga ganong klaseng aspects ba, does it get to you? Na parang, kasi ako when you're watching a TV show, lalong-lalo na, like for example, a crime, di ba? Parang may mga krimen kasi talagang umaabot sa kaluluwa mo. Parang for you ba, ganun din? Or kahit pa paano, after doing it every day, you get to put, a wall na rin na hindi mo na mararamdaman yun.
Well, there are certain issues that hit harder than others. Lalo na yung siguro when it comes to family matters. Like for example, one really prevalent crime right now is yung online sexual abuse of children.
And I think I see your posts.
Yeah.
You're very driven and passionate about that.
It's really become an advocacy of mine ever since I came into the DOJ and saw the gravity of the problem. Kasi parang these are things that people don't usually talk about. It's taboo for a lot of people. Kaya nung nakita ko talaga yung numbers, yung stats ng mga victims ng ganitong types of crimes, parang naging advocate na rin talaga ako because it's something that no society should ever go through.
Yeah.
Kasi parang erosion na siya ng moral fiber ng society. So this is something na I feel that if we want to progress, if we want to become a first world country, which I believe the Philippines can be, we have all the makings, no? It's something that we have to eradicate as early as now. Yun, tumatama talaga sa akin yun. But then others, you have to march on eh. You can't be too hung up on one issue kasi ang dami pa. You can't help but be human also sometimes, di ba? So parang yun, yung OSAEC, yung online sexual abuse and exploitation of children, tumatama. But then the others, you kind of have to march through. Yung talagang you have to be determined to say na, okay, we have a working justice system, but we can do even better.
How does it feel? Kasi for the longest time, you had your formula, di ba, sa Department of Justice. Pero si Secretary Remulla is parang advocating for a lot of change within the DOJ. Isa na dyan, yung raising the quantum of evidence.
Yeah.
Another one is the certainty of conviction, di ba? Yung sa circular na yon, kung di ako nagkakamali. So how does it feel to be part of that? Because that is a game changer for a lot of prosecutors and for a lot of for anyone involved in the justice system.
Well, first, I'm glad I'm not a law student anymore kasi paiba-iba yung but then
kasi inakit sa SC di ba?
Yeah.
Kung di ako nagkakamali,
Yes.
it's already sa SC din.
But for us, I mean, it's great to be part of something that transcends yung legal landscape for the better, of course. Kasi nga, a lot of people go through harassment cases. Kasi nga, yung threshold dati, basta probable cause, file na yan sa korte. Pero now, because we've raised the bar a little bit, we do away with all these harassment cases. And only those quality cases are filed in court. So, mawawala na yung...
Nanghahassle lang.
Oo, nanghahassle lang. Alam naman natin, libre kasi mag-file ng criminal cases. So, that's what they use to get people back on the negotiating table. So, at least now, that's no longer an option. Kailangan may ebidensya ka talaga. And it's good to be part of that. And it takes a leader like Secretary Remulla to do that. Kasi matapang eh. He's not afraid to bring it up with the Supreme Court justices. And thankfully also, the Supreme Court justices have acknowledged na, okay, this is actually a good reform. So it takes a leader like that to really transcend yung
Initiate that change.
And initiate the change, yeah.
Tanong ko sa'yo, sa lahat ng interviews na nagawa mo, meron ka ba isang interview na pagkatapos mo, do you watch your interviews after? Kasi may mga taong hindi eh. I mean, I'm not comparing what I do to what you do, pero hindi ko kayang panoorin ng vlog ko. And even up to now, kaya kong sabihin, hindi pa ako nakakapanood ng vlog ko.
Talaga?
I see the snippets I post, but I've never seen a full vlog. Never. Naano ako. Ikaw ba? Do you watch your interviews after?
Nung una, because I wanted to know how I delivered things. Pero nung nakita ng fiancé ko, are you watching yourself? Parang sabi ko, okay, I probably shouldn't watch anymore, nakakaya na. But then after a while, parang you just have to be confident with what you've said. You prepared naman. Ako, nag-aaral naman ako before I go out and say something. actually, the harder part is what not to say yet eh. Kasi there are a lot of operational details na confidential pa.
Of course.
Pero alam mo na eh. So pag tinatanong ka, may ganito na ba? Parang sa loob-loob mo, oo eh.
Ito na nga yung nangyayari, pero wala pa. We're still studying.
Yeah, because of course, you have to protect also the integrity of the investigation.
Of course.
The confidentiality ng mga alam natin.
involved,
Yeah. Oo.
Do you have a pat yourself on the back moment? Was there like siguro like an interview you did or an achievement you did na pag-uwi mo, you're quite, and it wasn't just, stroking your own ego, but kumbaga alam mo lang na you did something good for yourself, for your family, or for other people?
Well, as long as I am in line with the secretary and the administration's message, kasi yun talaga yung thrust namin ngayon, na parang we all adhere to a unified message. So as long as I become part of that,
Yeah.
I'm okay. But whenever you say something, you can also never please everybody. So laging may laging may kukontra, may kontrabida lagi. So parang in terms of like the impact, I pat myself on the back because obviously nakisama ako sa unified message namin. Pero at the same time, meron talagang hihirit eh.
Do you remember your baka it's been a while. Do you remember your very first interview as a spokesperson? Naalala mo ba what the case was? Or without giving away too much, syempre. Nanginginig ka ba right before? I guess sinabi ba ni Sec Remulla na, attorney, ikaw ang haharap ngayon dyan, ikaw ang tatanungin. Naalala mo ba?
Yeah, the first case, but the first interview kasi was when I was designated as spokesperson.
Yun.
Tinanong ako, parang, so what are you going to do? What's your role? What are your thrusts? Nanginginig talaga ako noon. Kasi di ako sanay, lahat ng camera nakatutok sa'yo, di ba?
It's 1,000,001.
Yeah.
Pati mic, ang dami niya. Kung alam nila.
Yan. So parang syempre, kinabahan talaga ako noon. But then, at the same time, because it was a responsibility that I knew needed somebody who had confidence, kasi di ka naman pwedeng, di ba, pa-shy-shy, tapos ikaw yung spokesperson. So I had to exude that confidence from the very start pa lang, from the very get-go. And I think the nervousness had to die down right away. Kasi kung hindi, wala rin akong trabaho. You know what I mean?
Tama din naman. Exacto. How do you balance everything? You have, things to do as not the attorney, but as Miko Clavano, you have things to do as an ASEC, a spokesperson, and you have things to do as a fiancé. Diba? So paano mo nababalanse lahat ng yun?
You really just have to prioritize yung sa scheduling, you have to prioritize talaga. And at night, I dedicate that to wedding planning. You can ask my fiancé. When I get home, it's always, could you do this, please?
Ikaw yun o siya?
Siya yun.
Okay.
Pinakita niya sa akin yung buong Excel sheet. Sabi niya, hanapin mo yung naka-highlight dyan. Yun yung mga tasks mo. Sa awa ng Diyos, 2 lang ang binigay sa akin.
Saan yung napunta sa'yo? If you don't mind me asking. Confidential
Look
pa.
for a priest and look for a band. So, okay na, pwede na.
Ang hirap nung gagawin mo. Ikaw pala pinakamabigat na gagawin dyan. Pero ito tanong ko sa'yo, what does it take for, you're with an amazing woman? What was your epiphany para sabihin na, okay, it's time to settle down na? Yung parang, such a wonderful woman, it's time to get on my knee and offer this ring.
Well, actually, it is it's something you can't explain eh. Parang, you just know it. It's time. And my fiancé has been my friend for more than 10 years. So, we go way back and she knows everything about me. Buong history ko alam niya nun. So, parang wala na akong tinatago sa kanya.
Which is good.
Which is great.
It's a great start.
And we didn't have to start from scratch, diba? So, it just, I guess, transformed into a more romantic relationship. Because it's hard eh, diba? A friendship for more than 10 years, tapos you're gonna risk turning it or transforming it into a romantic relationship.
It's an all or nothing thing para sa akin, di ba?
Exactly.
Hindi siya yung parang you suddenly decide to court your good friend or your best friend. Ang risk mo nun, it's either it works out or mag-goodbye muna kayo sa isa't isa.
So, syempre inisip ko yun. And I thought about it for a while na parang, am I gonna do it? Pero parang it felt right. So,
Congratulations and
Thanks,
best
Luis.
wishes. Pero kinakabahan ba siya? Dahil sabi ko nga, ang pagiging part of the DOJ in general, syempre it comes with a few risks. May mga binubulong ba siya sa'yo na please take extra care, mga ganyan?
definitely. Meron talaga, there are certain days where the issues are hot.
Yeah.
She tells me, just take extra care of yourself. Kasi nga, it's no joke, diba? Speaking for and on behalf of the Department of Justice. Lalo na, you know,
Kasi, I mean, with proper respect din kay Sec Remulla, ikaw din ang mukha talaga ng DOJ, di ba? Well,
exactly. And precisely the whole point of a spokesperson is there's a layer because of course you don't want to overexpose also your principal.
Yes.
He's doing an amazing job.
Yes.
Pero a lot of the times people can twist what you do. especially kung ikaw mismo ang haharap, di ba? So, I'm there to be able to, one, put a layer between the public sentiment and my boss, and at the same time to lend clarity also to the reforms, programs, efforts that the DOJ has done.
When you started working for the government, di ba? Tapos sabi ko, nag-OSG, you had your foundation, etc., etc. Naging DOJ ka, and ano yung pinaka-importanting natutunan mo? Because you've done so much for the Filipinos din. So, and you've been exposed to what the Filipinos really go through day in and day out. Kasi some people don't really see it. Diba? Siguro yung iba kasi, either nasa pedestal o kung saan man, what's the one thing you learned or maybe you appreciated even more sa bansa natin?
There's a lot actually. Pero if I were to choose the biggest learnings that I've had, it's to be patient. It's to be patient. Why? Because, you know, we understand that the justice system it grinds finely but slowly.
Yeah.
Pero the reason behind that is because we have to respect all the rights of everybody.
Of course.
So parang ano kasi, a lot of the times people tend to expedite or na parang bilisan nyo naman yan, ganyan. But understanding all the stakeholders of a certain issue doesn't happen overnight. Talagang kailangan masusi ka talaga. You're able to understand all the components, aspects, considerations, factors in a certain issue. And that's when you come up with the best reforms, the best programs, ganon.
Yeah.
Pero at the same time, on the other hand naman, for those things that are ministerial, dapat talaga efficient. Dapat talaga mabilis. So, siguro, when it comes to my biggest learnings, it's you improve on the things that you can, but at the same time, there are certain things that are there that you really just have to live with.
And respect.
And respect, yeah.
Last na lang to, laya o kulong? Okay, mapabilis lang to. Okay.
Yun ang sagot ko.
Pili ka lang kung laya o kulong. Okay. Maraming chicks.
Kulong. Hi, Sam.
Bahala sa akin, ha? Bahala sa akin dyan. Ito maganda to. There's a small chance, because sometimes ako ang guilty, pwedeng ikaw ang guilty din dito, pero pwede namang hindi.
Okay.
Nakakalimot na mga anniversary dates or kung ano man.
Kulong yan.
Ikaw naalala mo o hindi? Ako kasi, attorney, admittedly, siguro kasi it happens when you're married. Kasi kami, 2 beses kinasal. So may first wedding, second wedding, may boyfriend, girlfriend. So ikaw ba attorney, memorize mo lahat ng mga important dates na gano'n when it comes to marriage?
Yes naman. Oo naman. I mean, we're
Baka naka-reminder ka sa phone.
Oo, nagpa-vibrate yun.
Okay, laya ka doon.
Laya.
May ka-text na 2 tao para sigurado.
Laya.
Asek, thank you very much.
Thanks so
Thank you for
much,
being
David.
here. And, you know, you have your hands full as it is. Sabi ko nga, every day I see you on the news talking about more important topics than this mug. But thank you for spending time with me, and completely appreciate it. I respect, I admire what you want to do for the justice system, the whole DOJ, and not just the justice system, but I can see kasi sabi mo nga yung ginagawa mo nga before, that you want to do something for the Filipino and the Philippines. Diba? So maraming salamat. And God bless you. Stay safe. Thank you very much. Thank you. Maraming salamat sa lahat ng mga listeners natin. God bless, stay safe. Thank you.